Oh, strap yourselves in. Strap yourselves in. We are in for a long bumper ride to the end of this season. Good evening and welcome back to another episode of the Bremner Square podcast. My name's Johnny Chick. Joining me, we've got Keith. Keith, dare I say, how are you doing? Let's take football aside. How actually are you?
Been working today. Bank holiday. Well, it was quite quiet today. But yeah, it's as our football takes over your life.
Yeah.
It was strange yesterday because quite confident that Chelsea would do a job. They didn't do well. We had one onward job to do and didn't do it. You know, the heroics of Pickford made sure that everyone got 3 points near of us. And after an encouraging performance, I guess I should say, for first half we held his own. Despite going to a shocking goal from a set piece once again. You thought we'd have learned from
Two
that.
set pieces, really, if you want to be
Yeah, I
really
think
technical.
the first one bothered me more than sort of like it was just easy. I thought the second one was as well, but it was just so easy. You knew what they were going to do. You knew they were going to put it in what's known as a corridor of uncertainty and stick it in, and that's it. Header 1-0. And it could have been so different. You know, we had such an early chance of Rodrigo. All he had to do is to look up, slide it across.
Has to do better.
And he has to do better. And for a £27 million player, you expect a little bit better off that.
Was it just me who knew we weren't going to score from that? Because I just know to expect that from Rodrigo at times where, yes, there's a man in the middle, but he can't seem to work out how to look, there's a man in the middle, pass it at the same time as well as dribbling with it. I don't know. I just knew we weren't going to score from it, even though it was such a good chance. I don't know whether that's me being negative towards Rodrigo or whether it's reality. We didn't score from it.
I don't think his time at Leeds has been really good, to be honest. He's had some good matches recently, and I've been first to praise him. But you'd expect, like I keep saying, you just expect more of a kind of, Spanish international forward. Remember, forward. He was a forward when he came.
He's now basically a defender. He might as well be.
Yeah, and he just I can't put my finger on it. Is probably one of the reasons where we find ourselves in. But there's a lot of reasons. I've got to be honest. I saw the City game after the fact because I worked till 8 o'clock. So I avoided everybody just so I could get home, get in front of it. And I did it. Nobody told me to score. A couple came up and said, "Do you don't want to leave score?" And I went, "No." So I got home, to put my tea on, telly on, and then I watched it. And you've got to look at stats. First half, 50-50. So we did really well in that first half. Held us.
Yeah.
I think the formation will look stronger. We'll look stronger defensively, apart from the set piece. And it just, when at this stage of the season, it's the smallest series of a season, especially from Man City. Let's face it, they are not just a country mile; they are a world away from where you are. They are
massively.
Even you can take 6 of their players out and stick 6 in. They've got
that's the thing. When they're bringing on Bernardo Silva in the 85th minute, you're thinking, Sky cameras are panning to Kevin De Bruyne just sat there bored out of his mind when his team are 4-0 up. It's like we can't combat that when we're bringing on, no disrespect to them, like Sam Greenwood and Joe Gelhardt. As much as I'm sure Jesse Marsh rates them, they're not on the caliber. And I think this game was described a bit as a free hit, and I never liked that mentality because you're almost accepting defeat if it comes. But what I thought, let's actually take it back to that City game before we discuss the sort of mess that we're in at the moment. I thought the team lineup was interesting. Obviously, we'll talk about the injuries to Cooper and Dallas in a bit. I thought the performance, like you've said, was actually quite positive. And we saw that from the reaction of Jesse Marsh at full time. He's doing fingers like that to the South stand, which has caused a bit of 50-50 debate. And it's almost like I don't know. I'm hoping that he was doing that in gesture to the fans were very good, not. Oh, I hope you're really excited about that performance because at the end of the day, we still lost 4-0. But I think the performance was positive enough to go into Arsenal away, Chelsea at home, Brighton at home, Brentford away to be confident that we could get something because we're playing against the best team in the world right now. I think one, if not one of the best. And what were your thoughts on the performances? Sort of result aside, I think 4-0 flattered City. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, I mean, it was only 2-0 up to 80 odd minutes before they banked up 2-0. Bless them, fans were still singing at 89 minutes and didn't even realise they'd scored. So, it's just that golfing class. There has always been a massive golfing class between the top 6 and those below us. And when you get to the bottom end of the table, which we are, the distance, I mean, we last season we beat them at their place. We
didn't lose to them.
No,
we didn't lose to them, and they won. They won the league.
I think that's what shows it is that we've gone backwards, and they've just kept on rolling. But they have the money. They have billions and billions of pounds what they can put into a team, and we don't. And this season shows how much we were far. I mean, if you're going about the performance at City, I thought it's very hard to criticise them because, like most games, apart from a very few this season, I think they gave their all. And you could tell at end of the game they were. Isn't the only thing. You have to have a little bit of quality, So in these games, and it's at the moment when it comes to the final third, we just don't have that kind of quality.
No, and unfortunately, we're running with Dan James. Well, Dan James was benched actually. Rodrigo was played in his preferred position, and unfortunately, you couldn't massively tell. And I think Keith's Wi-Fi has dropped out. I think. Just going to see if we can get him back. If you are live watching this Bremner Square podcast live on Leeds TV's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, feel free to comment anything. I don't think we're going to be able to get Keith back into this stream at the moment. The joys of working over the internet, ladies and gentlemen. The joys of working over the internet. I think his internet has dropped out. We're going to end the stream there. We'll try and get back on with Keith, hopefully, to discuss more about the Man City game and where we are in the table and as a club right now. So hold tight. We're hopefully going to be able to get the broadcast back up and running. Hopefully see you in a couple of minutes.